Yep, I'm late, Josh. You're right. Slaughtered, I'm late. Yep. Late by 2 minutes. All right. Oh, bro. Yeah, dudes. Got Bear up in here. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Me lick the fest, you. Jace, you lick the fest. What is going on, everyone? Josh, this is not a Boris shirt. This is just a shirt someone sent that I really like. And guess who has joined us this evening? What is up, bruh? What? What's going on, bruh? What? Are you kidding? Look at this dude. Look at that dude. What is up, bruh? You ready for some treats? Yeah, Willie loves the camera. Yeah. Willie. Loving on that camera. Alright, so tonight's crack will be rocking lobster flavor. Alright, dudes. Boris, what you doing? What's up, dudes? Boris. Boris. Willie. Willie. Boris. Willie. Boris. No, come on, Will. Boris get some. Yeah. Willie, there you go. Boris, what'd you do? Goddamn, Willie. Let Boris get some. Alright, you had two. Good job, Boris. Willie? Alright, Boris gets the last one. Ah. Would you look at this? Willie's licking wants to eat my fingers. Boris. Alright, one more each. That's it. Will. Alright. That's it, y'all. What y'all doing? These dudes. Alright. So yes. Shovelhead 138 sent a package this week of these things. This is the lobster flavor lobster flavor. If you have a cat, I highly suggest you try these, because these two dudes, they're into it. That's it's as you saw, they were trying to eat my fingers. So, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm having an okay weekend. Yeah, bruh. So, we have some special shit to talk about tonight. This might be a little bit of a short one again. I got stuff I got to take care of. Y'all understand, I'm sure. But we're going to make it count. Alright. Let me clean off my glasses so I can read what you guys are saying. Or maybe I'll just ignore it as usual. Yeah, moving sucks, dude. I hear you. Let's see. Let's take some questions and then we'll get to the special announcement in a minute. Josh, man. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, Josh 5180 has a great question. Says, why did Goatwhore go from 2 to 1 guitarist? It's a very interesting question, Josh. So, as a lot of you might remember, what are you doing? Get out of there. Got them all fired up, man. They're going crazy. Some of you might remember we started off as a 5-piece band. 2 guitarists, singer, bass player, drummer. Our first guitarist was Ben Stout, and he also played in Graveyard Rodeo for a while. He played in Soylent Green for a while, and he had to leave the band for his own reasons, let's just put it that way. So we also, at that time when Ben left, we had another second guitarist by the name of Tim Holsinger. Tim Holsinger did not record anything with us, but he was playing second guitar for us. He also played in a band called Suffer with Audie Petrie's little brother Kelly. And Tomas Viatar, who was also in Acid Bath towards the end, that was doing like samples and keyboards and stuff. He played drums for Suffer as well. It's all connected. It's all crazy. But anyway, then Tim left for his own reasons, and we just decided that, well, I should say, other members of the band decided that we should not look for another guitarist, that we should stay a 4-piece. And I was kind of nervous about that, to be honest with you. But after a couple of shows, I felt like I could handle it. So, basically, the reason why is because the other guys that we had played second guitar at Goatwhore just like left for their own reasons, and we just really didn't feel like finding someone else, basically. So that's what happened, It's as simple as that. There's no big deep explanation behind the whole thing. But anyway, Johnny Mac LSU has a great question. And his question is, how did I decide on C tuning for everything? Well, Johnny Mac LSU, let's start at the beginning. So, when I first hooked up with Golgotha, which was right before we changed the name to Acid Bath. We were tuned to D, I believe, and we were real big fans of like down-tuned bands. Like, you know, Crowbar was a big influence on us. They were tuned to B at the time. You know, we were listening to a lot of Bolt Thrower. They were tuned real low. I believe they were in B as well, maybe even lower than that. I don't know for sure. You know, stuff like that. We're into, you know, we really like the down-tuned, deep, heavy sound. So we experimented with some tunings, and we decided to where B was too low, but D was too high. So we would go to D flat, then we went to C, then we went to C flat, then we went to B, I think we went to B flat, and it was like, it doesn't sound right that low. So the happy medium between D and B was C. So that's where we stayed, with C, and it just worked, and it just seems like a comfortable tuning for me, so I just kept it. You know, if it ain't broke, keep it around. That's how we decided on the C tuning for everything. Ashen Flesh says, thoughts on Alice in Chains. Well, you know, I've never really been a huge Alice in Chains fan. I mean, I remember when they came out, like way back in the day, and I remember Audie had heard a song and he was really into them, and I remember we were in the mall in Houma, Louisiana, and me and Audie would go out there every weekend and hang out, just because there's nothing else to do in Galliano and Cutoff area. So we would go to Houma. There was a lot more stuff to do. So it was like for a couple of weekends, we would go to the music store in the mall, and he would be searching for that Alice in Chains cassette, and then he finally found it, and he was super stoked on it. And, you know, I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. They're fantastic. You know, Jerry Cantrell is a fucking fantastic songwriter. Like, he is a fucking genius, but it's just not what I'm into. You know, I can respect what he does. He's definitely very, very creative in a good way, but it's just not what I'm into, you know. But that's my thoughts on Alice in Chains. I can respect Jerry Cantrell, like just the creative mind that he has, but it's not really anything that I listen to on a regular basis, you know. I mean, it's not like if it comes on the radio, I'll turn it off. You know, they're one of the more tolerable grunge bands I can deal with. Let's put it that way. As far as like the popular grunge bands. Robert Lakey says, are reptilians real? Are you talking about the reptoids? Are you talking about like some conspiracy shit? That weird ass. Well, Robert Lakey, take your tinfoil hat off and go outside and see if there's any reptilians. So there you go, Robert. Just remove the tinfoil hat and you'll be fine. All right, Shovelhead 138 says, I hear the new Dark Throne. I think it's great me. I heard one song, and it was definitely interesting. From what I understand, it's very doomy, which might be kind of cool. But I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. But I definitely looking forward to hearing it. Dark Throne is absolutely one of my favorite bands of all time. So yes, I'm looking forward to hearing the new Dark Throne, but I haven't had a chance to listen yet. But I'm looking forward to it. But I hear good things as well, so. M.M. Kelly says, have you ever seen a UFO? Have I ever seen a UFO? No, I have never seen a UFO. Okay, Cloudbear69LV says, are you guys ever coming back to Las Vegas again? I certainly hope so, because the last few times that we played out there were freaking insane. So yes, hopefully we are coming to Las Vegas to play sooner than later. Alright, Black Rose 13 says, do I have a pair of Fucked by Satan panties? And no, I do not own a pair of Fucked by Satan panties. That was a very popular merch item, I must say. And I'm sure we're going to keep that in the merchandise table for the live shows coming up. It was a very popular item, were the Fucked by Satan panties. But no, I do not own a pair, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay, Slaughtered 1994 says, what was the guitar rig for Eclipse of Ages into Black? I really like that, Tom. Really simple. It started with a Jackson, it was a 1985 Jackson Randy Rhodes with a Seymour Duncan distortion pickup in the bridge. And I ran that into the tried and true Boss Metal Zone. I believe the settings were, the gain was on max, no, the level was on max, the gain was on 0. The bass and treble, no, the bass was boosted a little bit. The treble was cut a little bit back. The mids were cranked, and the frequency was at about, well, man, maybe about between 10, 11 o'clock, 9, 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. And the cabinet that I used, oh man, it was a PV Butcher cabinet. I forgot what kind of speakers were. It was some sort of Celestians. I want to see maybe some G12 T75s that were in it. Yeah, essentially that's the rig that me and Ben Stout recorded the album with. But the only difference is that Ben Stout used a BC Rich Warlock with a DiMarzio distortion in the bridge. So that's the rig. Very simple. Can't go wrong with the Metal Zone, man. Alright. Let's see. Alright. New Whack MC has a question. It says, you ever fuck around with some Guitar to Audie's side project Shroom? What did you think of them? No, I never messed around with trying to play along to the Shroom stuff. You know, to me, the whole idea behind Shroom, well, from what Audie was explaining to me back in the day, was that it was purposely supposed to be 2 basses. There was no guitar going to be involved in that project at all. It was, you know, it was a premeditated thing to where there was no guitars, 2 basses, and the drums and all the industrial kind of influences they had. But it's fantastic, you know. Audie, you know, when you hear Audie play, you know, you could definitely hear his style in Shroom a lot, you know. But, you know, that project was never meant to have a guitar. So, and I remember Audie always talking about that. He's like, man, I want to do a project that sounds like old Godflesh, but with 2 basses. And and thus Shroom was born. Alright, let's see. Dustin Choked has a question. So how do you feel about Vader cabs? Love mine with the EVH 5153, but hated it with my Randalls. Yes, I did not like them. I had to play through them. We toured with Suffocation once, and I had to borrow their cabinets every night because we were sharing a bus with them, and we didn't have room in the trailer to bring my cabinets. So we just shared cabinets with the Suffocation, and they had the Vader cabinets, and I did not like the Vader cabinets at all. And of course, yes, I was running my Randalls through them, but nah, they didn't have enough beef. Didn't have that woof. Gotta have that woof. Everybody's trying to make shit all tight and thin. Gotta have that woof in there. It's not gonna sound heavy. It's where the heaviness comes from, the woof. I'm sure all these gent dudes are gonna love that comment, but I don't care. Yes, I'm a big fan of low end coming out of my cabinets, and the Vaders did not have the low end that I liked. Let me just put it that way. Let's see. Let's go to the bottom. So, all right. Let's see. Mo Soleil has a great question, the guitar nerd question, of course. What's my favorite floating trim? And my favorite floating trim of all time that I've tried is definitely the Floyd Rose original. You can't go wrong with it. There's a reason why that tremolo has been around for so long, is because it fucking works. Second in line to that would be the FU Tone, I think it's called the FU2 Bridge. Yeah, great name. That one's really good if you're looking for an alternative to the Floyd Rose. Essentially the same idea, but it's a little, it's a few little refinements made here and there. And that would be it. I just got a guitar with a Shaler, the Shaler Floyd Rose. Then I'm kind of fucking around with that. I've never really screwed with one before, but we're going to find out if I like that or not. We will be showing that guitar very soon. It's a very, very cool guitar. I'm extremely stoked about this guitar. It's not a new guitar. It was a used guitar I bought from a friend of mine in Japan. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I bought the guitar from a friend of mine in Japan. So you guys can probably put two and two together if you guys know that I love my ESPs. And ESPs are made in Japan. There are some guitars in Japan that aren't available in the US. Now, I might have got my hands on one. We're going to save that for another episode. Alright. But anyway, original Floyd Rose, hands down. The OG, not the special. Specials are, I've had the Floyd Rose specials before, and everything's stripped on it. They're not meant to be used on tour where you're changing strings like every day, and sometimes you over tighten stuff, you're in a hurry, blah blah blah. The Floyd Rose specials are not made for that. The original Floyd Rose tremolos are the way to go for me. Those are my favorites. All right. That thrash metal guy has a great question. Says, can we get a Goatwhore coloring book? And no, you cannot. Josh 5180, not a question but a statement, says today is Drake Bell's birthday. Josh, are you like into pedophiles and child touchers? Shame on you, man. Let's see, what do we got? Blue light tendons. That's a good question. Says, how often do I sit down and listen to my own songs? Normally, when I haven't played them in a long time. Like coming up very soon, when we're doing some shows in Texas that I'm very excited about. All my Texas peeps out there that are watching, I better see you at these shows. But anyway, the only real time I really listen to them and sit down and listen to them is when I have to revisit them, you know, to kind of, when I'm practicing before we start rehearsing. Yeah, I like to sit here and listen to the songs and play along with them, of course, and start getting kind of familiar with the song again. It usually takes 3 or 4 times, you know. But that's really almost the only time that I sit down and listen to my own songs, is when I have to kind of go back and refresh the memory of learning the songs. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of questions here. Let's take a break from the questions for a second, and let's go to the special announcement. Whoa, dude! I wish I would have had that on video. Shit's getting real up in here. Hold up. Boris is in attack mode, and Willie is chilling. Boris. Boris. More boy. Hey, Willie. Willie's like, all right, everybody, look at me. Why is everybody paying attention to Boris? Everybody knows that I'm the star here. And there's Boris. All right. Shit just got a little wild between Boris and Willie. I was hoping I could have caught some more of it on camera, but not happening. All right, so special announcement to everyone that is in the live feed. We have some new acid bath patches that are going up on pmstarpromo.com. You know where it's at. pmstarpromo.com. What do we got? Let's start. I believe these are limited to 10 each. Very limited supply of these. So if you want them, you better go grab them now. Well, when we're done with the live stream, it'll be on the website. So what we have here, we have, hold up, dudes. Let's see if I can rig something up here. Let's see if we can get back to our normal universe. Yep. All right, there we go. We are in regular dimension now. Here we go. We got these kite string pops. Blue border triangle, full color, fully woven. This is not screen printed at all. These are sharp as hell. So we got these, 10 of these. We also have with the green border. Same thing, green border, 10 of these. And we have Pagan Terrorism Tactics Circle Patch. 10 of these only. So 10 of those 3 patches each. That's all that we have. It's going to be on PM Star Promotions, PM Star Promo. That's it. 10 of each. Go grab them. Grab them quick. We also still have the 25th anniversary Pagan Terrorism Tactics patches left. Very limited. I believe there's 10 of those left each. So go grab y'all some patches. These are awesome. PMStarPromo.com. There you go. That's it. That's what we got. So, I'm not sure of the price exactly. Why 10? Why not? Makes you want to go buy them faster so you get one. I'm not sure of the price. The price is going to be on the website. I know it's probably not that much. Patrick, if you care to chime in on the prices on the patches. Patrick, are you there? I know Patrick, PM Star Patrick was in here. I saw him. Patrick. No, Josh, they're not $50. Patrick, do you have any? $15 a patch. There you go. 15 bucks. So, get them while you can. Limited to 10 each. Then I think we have 10 left of the 25th anniversary Pagan Terrorism Tactics patches as well. Go grab those. And while you're at it, grab some Willie Loomis merch as well. He's been feeling kind of lonely, you know. He wants you guys to buy his shirts. So yeah. So that's about it. I'm going to take a couple of questions. And we're going to see. Let's go in here. Let me see. The Whack MC has another great question. It says, would you do an acid bath? Would you do acid bath as a tribute act with musical guests? As like me playing acid bath songs with other people? Yes, I would definitely entertain that idea. You know, I would love to play those songs again on stage. That would be fucking fun as hell. Yeah, but you know. Of course, we wouldn't call it acid bath. We would call it Sammy plays acid bath with his friends. Possibly something like that. Yes, I would love to do that with the right people. It would have to be with the right motherfuckers playing. Joe Fontenot, you listening? Anyway, we'll see. I would definitely love to do that. One day I would love to do that. Yes. So we'll see what happens. Of course, everybody be complaining that Dax and whoever else isn't there, but you know, sorry, you can't put a gun to someone's head and make them do what they don't want to do. Or you could, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. All right. Happy House has a great question. It says, what was it like recording in Matt Talbot's studio? Is he a cool dude? All right, so for those of you who don't know, we recorded Vengeful Ascension at Matt Talbot's studio. What was the name? I forgot the name of the damn studio. Hold up. I'll tell you. Something audio. Shit. I don't even remember. 'Cause, 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 'cause Let's see. What was it? Where? Let's see if I can find any information. Blah, 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 blah. Vengeful Ascension. Earth Analog. Okay, so that was the name of the studio. Matt Talbot owned a studio called Earth Analog in Champaign, Illinois, where we recorded Vengeful Ascension. Okay, those of you who don't know who Matt Talbot is the lead singer guitarist for a band called Hum, which I wasn't familiar with the band before recording the album. But Matt Talbot is a fantastic guy. I love Matt Talbot. Matt Talbot and me hit it off like this. I cannot say a bad word about Mr. Talbot in the least. He was very, very, very funny, very cool, just laid back kind of dude. Love him. He's awesome. His sense of humor is fucking insane. But anyway, recording at Earth Analog, the studio itself was like recording in a man cave, basically. It wasn't like a straight up like professional studio. It was basically like some dude set up a studio in this old house and made it work. It was fantastic. It had great vibes there, man. The place was like absolutely no stress environment in that place. It was just like I said, it was like recording in your man cave. There was just stuff everywhere. It was awesome. Yes, how it was fun. Being at Champaign, Illinois is a very small, quiet little town. There wasn't a whole lot to do other than record. But it was fantastic. It was really good. It was fun. Give you an example of the vibe in the studio, okay? So they had the drum room where drums were being recorded, and that's what usually happens, right? They usually record drums in the drum room. No, we usually record guitar in the drum room. But anyway, we had drums set up, ready to record, and there was like all these like shelves of old books just everywhere. It was just like encyclopedias and shit, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, it's like all this old fucking shit. It's like, I guess they didn't want to throw out the encyclopedias, so they had this like 4 or 5 sets of encyclopedias. I don't know if that was an acoustic enhancement or not, but there was a lot of encyclopedias in the drum room, let's put it that way. That was a great studio, awesome studio. Would definitely record there again. Yeah. Man, there's some shit happening in this room. Okay, the Whack MC is so inquiring this evening. Whack MC asks, what's the most exotic place I've ever played? One of the most exotic places I've ever played, man. Whew. I've played some pretty exotic places. Oh goodness. Man, Colombia. Colombia was a pretty exotic place. That place was fucking amazing. Colombia, right off the top of my head, I would have to go with Colombia being the most exotic place that I've ever played. Good times, man, for sure. All right. Let's see. I'm going to take one more question. And then we're going to shut this shit down. Alright, we have a lot of repeat questions. I'm sorry, I'm going through this trying to find a good one. Let's see. So Mr. William H. Cat has a great question, and we're going to end it on this fucking shit right here. My boy, Mr. William H. Cat. Has anybody seen Peanut? Is Peanut in here? I hope she's doing alright. But anyway, Mr. William H. Cat. First song that I learned all the way through. The first song that I learned all the way through was Snowblind by Black Sabbath. That was the first song I learned how to play. I mean, granted, it probably wasn't exactly what Tony Iommi was playing, but it was close enough at the time. I remember being very, very excited that about learning that song, and actually, relatively close to making it sound to the original. You have to think back then, there were very, very, very minimal tab books. There was absolutely no fucking YouTube videos to teach you how to play. You guys got it easy playing guitar today, man. Seriously. You guys have it fucking easy. So back then you had to learn shit. You had to learn how to play either by someone that was actually a really good person that you had to play to teach you, or you had to figure it out yourself. That was the way it went. And I think I learned how to play a bar chord, and then I figured out I could move that around the neck, and then that's when I kind of started figuring out songs, because just kind of hearing the notes while you hitting the chord and be like, oh shit, well that's what he's doing. Yes, that was the very first song that I learned how to play all the way through. I did not learn the solo until years and years later, but as far as just like the song all the way through, that was definitely very, very vividly in my mind was Black Sabbath, Snowblind. But anyway, on that note, I am going to shut this shit down. It was cool hanging with everybody. Don't forget, I'm going to put the link in my bio, pmstarpromo.com. Go get these fucking things. They're awesome. And we have, like I said before, we have a few left of the Pagan Terrorism Tactics 25th anniversary patches left. So Boris was just fucking doing some demonic growls in the other room. 25th anniversary patches. Go get them. Go get these. I'll see you guys next week, and hope you guys have a great week, and stay evil.